We're here. We're here. Are we here? Nobody cares. Friday night. It's got to be at 1 a.m. And we got a large cigar. Basically a heavy Toro, but I think it's listed as 5.5 by 54. So a chunky short Toro or a chunky long Robusto. It is called the Bootlegger. Supposedly, I think this is the fourth one in the line under Fratello cigars, although it doesn't say anything about Fratello on the cigar. And this is a special, limited release in a sense, where I'm not sure how, if it's every year they do a different size. Also, I don't know if every year, not only is it size change, but blend change, which we know size is a blend, but still, no materials are listed. Nothing on their website and other multiple places. Nothing, and it's not only called the Bootlegger. I gotta look it up because there's like it's a whole line dedicated, I think, to like the Prohibition era. In the end, what the fuck does that matter? It's like saying, oh, here's a cigar dedicated to the first 3 inches of my cock. Next year will be a cigar dedicated to the middle of my shaft. Then the remaining 2 inches on the base. Undisclosed. I digress. It's a full pack. I've let it sit out for 2 days now, out of the cellophane. Let it breathe. Let that coochie breathe. And the band looks okay, but the band also, it feels cheap. This is Fratello cigars, which I've never had any issues with Fratello cigars. It's not my favorite brand, but they're far from being a garbage brand. I think they'll have great representation. You don't really see them in a lot of shops. You don't really ever see guys smoking them. This is just my opinion. I don't think they've hit mainstream. So anyways, I digress. It looks well made though. It's a dark reddish brown, slightly oily, kind of on the thick side. That's what she said. If I had to guess, it's some type of Ecuadorian Habano or maybe a dark Sumatra. I can't exactly tell. Around that. We're gonna find out. I just want to take the time right now that if Gio's watching, I hope you go fuck yourself, Gio. Not just this day, but every day. Every day that you're alive, go fuck yourself. Just remind yourself that, okay? Whether you're having a nice day, a bad day, just go fuck yourself. Here we go. Soft, gentle heat. You want to take your time warming it up. No rush. Get those. I'll tell you what, the aromatics so far are on point. We got some nice smells going on. Ooh, I like it. I'm going to use 3 matches. I'm going to take my time. Slowly warming that up, baby. Here we go. This was purchased at Cigar International for MSRP, Pennsylvania, $10. So that's a solid mid-tier price point in Pennsylvania. This would be $20 in New York. Here we go. Off the bat, I like it. Off the bat, a lot of flavor. We're gonna need a little more fire. Thick cigar. Take your time. Hurry up. And we're good. There was that center leaf in that thing that did not want to go. What are we dealing with? A solid medium plus. So almost medium full. Solid medium plus. Although it is extremely smooth. The finish is quite long. Not super heavy though. The flavor's lasting. But it's not super heavy off the bat. It has some spice to it, but I wouldn't consider it a spice bomb. Very buttery and oily. Immensely buttery and oily on the finish. Almost too buttery and oily. I feel like I'm at Diddy's house. I want my bitches glistening. I want them glistening. We're almost at medium full. This cigar's a winner. This cigar's a winner. Operation, draw, great. Flavor, long, not heavy yet. Very buttery, very oily, and here's the catch. This is unique, so it has a very different profile. It doesn't feel like something I've had before, and I've had them all. So, being that it's going to be a special edition, limited edition, undisclosed cigar, I generally don't like those things. So you better surprise me, and they are. It's a winner. I can recommend this. And for $10? Wow, dude, stop. He like keeps changing. I'm like, bro. Completely original, but not just like, wow, this is cool. That's kind of different. Completely original. Wow. Completely original blend. This is this whole flavor set, the way it's hitting. I'm very good at putting, things in certain categories and comparing it to competitors where it's similar or easily compared. This cigar stands alone to itself, and that could be a really good or a really bad thing. When you have something that's very original and it sucks, bro, get the fuck out of here. Almost medium full. How do I describe the flavor? I almost don't know where to start. I've already described the textures, though. Very buttery, oily. And there is some spice on it, black pepper. But it's not exactly heavy finish. Darkness, somewhere between 65 and 70%. It's almost a medium full, and it's not a very dark cigar. And I mean, compared to like a Maduro, it's definitely darker than a Connecticut shade. So it's more along the lines that most people can enjoy this, meaning some people don't want too dark, some people don't want too strong. So it's definitely in a comfortable, it's stronger than like a regular comfortable cigar, but does that make any sense? It's definitely not an extreme cigar, and very smooth. I guarantee though, if they made this in like a 50 gauge, it would increase all the flavor as far as being more intense, but that then could change the profile. Okay, flavor's getting heavier and longer now. Oh, look, there's a spider. The spider wants to be on the show. Hi, spider. Hi. Where you going? You gonna kill some... Well, where you going, Spider-Man? Where you going? Where you going? Should I let you live? Should I let you live? You gonna kill bugs? You gonna kill some mosquitoes for me? Look at you living. That's how God looks at us. He's looking down. The size of a spider to him. Imagine then disrespecting God when he could just squash us. This spider, I never seen one just like. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Wanna come back up? Come up. Come up. Come up. Come up. Come to Richie. You want some cigar? Better you go away. If you come near me, you die. What are you doing? Are you sending me a message? Okay. Is Geo 451? I'll take that as a yes. He's going back up. As Geo goes up ass. Has Jeremy been cloned? No, okay. Is Geo reliable? No, that's what I thought. Is PG my little brother? I'm not getting much out of this guy. I think he just wants to hang out. What is it, buddy? What is it? Are you a communist? Back to the show. Buttery, oily, salty, quite sweet, quite a pleasant blend. It's a good vibe. It's very unique. Sorry, we were interrupted by Spider-Man there. He was fun for a little bit, but he outlived his purpose. He was annoying me. He has the entire state of Pennsylvania. And he has to, look, I don't hate spiders, but just go do your thing. But if you're gonna crawl in front of me, right near my water cup, right where I want to put my cell phone, I'm not gonna be looking at you the whole time saying, are you gonna jump on me, or you know what I'm saying, you're gonna crawl my water cup, am I gonna be drinking you? That spider had a death by human wish. That's okay. Now he's reincarnated into his next life. Cigar's a winner. Unique. You know, I know the way I'm describing it might not seem so unique, but it's a very delicious cigar. Almost to the point where I don't want to put it down. I'm digging it. I like the finish on it. I like the way it tastes. I like the complexity. Cedar, the sugary notes. It's not exactly a raw sugar, but it's a little more sweeter than that. What I mean is not sweeter like in a sugary sense, but sweeter more like almost like a fruit note. You know, if like sugar is like a baseline, then like let's say apples is a sweetness, but you know it's actually more of a complex type of sweetness because it tastes like apples, right? I'm not saying it tastes like apples. I'm just saying it has more of a fruit like type syrupy sweetness, which is nice. Solid medium full right there. Tons of cedar. Nice amount of fruit syrupy sweetness. Black pepper's really increasing, but there's a nice amount, just a little bit of floral notes coming in, but it mixes well with it. Cedar and floral notes can go together very well if it's done right, and definitely more cedar than floral. I don't want floral as a major note, but floral as a minor note in the cigar can be done well. The finish is still long, but not super heavy. The heaviness is not matching the length of the finish. And there are two different ways to look at finish. What's the finish after a few puffs? How long does the flavor last? If you take 30 seconds to a minute to your next puff, if you're still tasting it, that's probably a long finish. But does it feel like your mouth is covered in like 6 layers of paint of flavor? Does that make any sense? Then it's heavy or not heavy. The flavor's there, but it doesn't feel like my tongue is coated. You know what I'm saying, though? All in all, the cigar is kind of a banger. It's enjoyable. I don't know the blend. If I had to guess, maybe some type of Habano. Most people are using Ecuadorian wrapper. Most people are using Ecuadorian Habano wrapper a lot, so we're gonna find. No, I'm not gonna find out. There's no way to find out. So if you come across a cigar, should you buy a box? No, but try one or two and see if you like it. Then you buy a box. It comes in more like I think a fake barrel or something like that. Pretty cool. I think it's a barrel 10 or 20. So kind of a cool thing called bootlegger, coming in a barrel, and the flavor's on point. I don't know who makes his cigars. I thought I did one time. Is it AJ? I don't know. Is it Joya? I don't know. But is this enjoyable? Yes. Is it unique? Yes. Can I recommend it? Yes. Is it godlike? No. We're going to find out by the end. Is it going to be, at this point, maybe around a high very good to a low amazing? But I'm having a great time. We're over an hour into this. It's a great time. It's going to be an amazing cigar. 4.7. I got nothing bad to say about it. Finish is still long, but not super heavy, so that's kind of unique. Great flavor. It's complex. It was unique, and it was a great time. If you see these, check one or two out. See if it hits you right. But if you're looking for something that has, medium full, plenty of flavor, great complexity, and very different for what it is, I think it might be some type of Habano, but I can't tell you that because I don't know. But the whole time, the cigars keep me guessing. Like, what's going on here? Still has a good amount of nice sweetness. Has some spice, slight bit of floral. Good amount of wood notes. So, and other things going on. Extremely buttery and oily as well. The long finish, but not a super heavy finish. Somewhere between 65 and 70% darkness. So all in all, if you're looking for something really strong and dark, no. If you're looking for something very light, like a Connecticut, no. But if you're looking for somewhere in between, but you want like a unique kind of, if it is a Habano, I don't know, but it looks and it feels like that, but it looks and feels like a fun, kind of almost exotic, unique type of Habano. Yeah, I really like it. When you could get a really good complex, because most of the Habanos aren't complex, but they're fine. When you can get a really complex, fun, and unique with complex sweetness on it, with an Habano vibe, without going so dark, you kind of you pique my interest. This is a great time. I would, me personally, when I go back over there, if they have it, I would buy another one. So, if that means anything, that's on my radar. Not that I say, yeah, you gotta buy a box or two, but I like it, and I would have this, from time to time. I believe it is a limited cigar, so Oh, I forgot to look up. There was a specific name. It was something to do with amendments or Constitution. It doesn't matter, whatever. It's Fratello cigars. It's a Fratello bootlegger cigar, and I believe it's the fourth one. It's the newest one. That's a 54 gauge and 5.5 inches, and I think it only comes in one size, so it narrows it down. Enjoyable, unique, complex, but it's fun. It's a fun cigar. Right there. Hold it, Choach. I'll see you around. Stay fresh. It's always nice to review a new blend. Nice to see people are putting out the fruit-like complex sweetness. It mixes well with the whole blend. Still a long finish, but not super heavy. In the end, it was a great time. And I hope you're having a great time. Stay out of prison. You're better off smoking a good cigar, buying a milkshake, going home minding your business, jerking off, than going to prison tonight. So don't go to prison. You don't apply for prison literally, but you apply for it by getting caught doing something stupid. Now maybe you're doing stupid things. Maybe you've already done stupid things and you haven't gotten caught. So stop. That means somehow life's given you a pass. The question is, no one knows when your pass is up. So, go and mind your business. Most people in prison aren't there because they did only one thing. Well, they might have done one thing over and over and over again, and then they got caught. So, lay low. Go read a book. I don't know. Take yourself out for a nice dinner. Mind your business. You're better off running up your credit cards and not paying them and ruining your credit than to having good credit, but then go get a DWI and kill someone and go to prison, or catching a domestic situation. You got to see the trap ahead of time. If you're in a situation and if you're arguing with the woman and it starts getting loud, remember, walk away, because it's going to be a lot louder in prison. Once you get handcuffed, your life's going to start getting rough. I promise you that. From the handcuffs, to the car, to the precinct, to the courthouse, to the prison van, to the prison. Imagine that whole process. And what I'm telling you is true. This happens every day. Every day people go to prison for the first time. It's not worth it. Now, if you're going to prison over and over again, it might be worth it because you're accustomed. If you go to prison twice, you must like prison. If you went once, I hope you learned your lesson and go and sin no more. But if you haven't been, but you're still living a desperado life, There's too many cameras everywhere. It's too many fucking cameras. I'm old enough and young enough to say that things that maybe done in the past when I was a younger man in my 20s and early 30s, you know, it's not 2012 anymore. It's not 2013 no more. Maybe that lifestyle. Now, impossible. I'm not going to go into details. The best way to beat a case is to not open one. Handcuffs come with charges. Lawyers cost money. Cigars are cheap. Cigars are cheap. I don't even care if it's Davidoff. Cigars are cheap compared to trouble. I'd rather smoke rock, keep it hell, than go to prison. So mind your fucking business. Even when you're dealing with an asshole, unless if it's life or death and you have to use self-defense, that's a very small situation. Majority of times it's just some douchebag. We're being around stupid people. Stupid people are very dangerous because they generally have nothing to lose. As my once mobbed up friend used to always say, listen kid, $2 drinks, $2 fucking assholes. And he had a point. Watch out. Be careful where you go. Can't stress it enough. I like smoking cigars. It's better than getting in trouble. It's less exciting, yes, but nothing's more exciting than getting into trouble. Not that I've ever been there, but once you get in trouble, I hope you beat it. Because if you don't beat it, even beating it, allegedly, is a long process. And it's scary, and it could take years off your life. Some people have been to the edge and they realize, that's enough. That's enough. Watch your actions, watch your thoughts, watch who you hang around. Always look at yourself as like a character in a movie. Who's the other actors in your movie? Who's the director? Who's the producer? What kind of awards you gonna win? How does this move? Look at yourself. If you're out there living a crazy lifestyle, ask yourself, how's this gonna end? Dead? Prison? Hospital? All of it? Lawsuits? There's nothing more valuable than your time and your freedom. Because you're going to have time in prison, but it's not your time anymore because you're not free. So if you have your time and your freedom, use it wisely. Mind your business, limit your alcohol, don't do drugs, don't drink and drive, avoid dangerous places and people. Wear jimmies with strangers, definitely. Tents for camping. No cigars in prison.